everyone doing today? Hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday night. It's Saturday night, and I feel all right. So, how y'all doing? How's everything look? Is everything a little bit... I'm hoping you're noticing that it's a little bit crisper. It should be a little bit crisper now. That's right. We're G Fuel. Always G Fuel. Remember, code WUBBY 30%. So HD. So yes, I will address I will address the upgrades people, upgrades. So new camera. So for those that remember, this guy, my overhead camera died. Okay, so the Canon Vixia, apparently if you leave it on for like a year straight, the sensor dies. Who knows? Who would have thought that? So that died. Well, I was planning to go 4K at some point, simply for the fact that since I stream printer builds, I want you to see everything. So I want to try and get the best picture I can, obviously. So I want to upgrade at some point, but I didn't plan on upgrading yet. Okay, I was hoping for like later in the year. So I would either have to buy a replacement for the up camera and just buy like a cheap camera just to make do for now, and then buy new cameras later, or just bite the bullet, do it now. So it wasn't overheating. The actual sensor died. Like the image was crap. If you go back, not last stream, the stream before it, I think is when it died. So it wasn't overheating. The sensor just died. So Facebook Marketplace, I now got a Sony a6300. So yes, I have the a6400 that I use for videos. But the way my setup is, if I had to swap between the two constantly, it's a pain in the butt. I hate editing. I want my setup to be as simple as possible, so I have a dedicated streaming setup and then a dedicated video setup, so I don't have to mess with mounts or angles of where the camera is. That just stays there and it doesn't move and it's good to go. So 4K, okay, it's 4K 30 technically, but the way YouTube works is the higher resolution you stream at, the more bandwidth gets allocated to your stream. So when I upload a 1080p 30 stream with YouTube, I can only upload at 6,000 kilobits. At a 1440p stream at 60 FPS, I have, I think, 18,000 kilobits to deal with. I'm uploading right now at 18,000 kilobits per second. NVENC, very high quality settings. So yeah, I have gigabit, I have fiber, I have 750 up technically, so I'm fine there. So I could upload at 30, but 60, if I ever do get a 60 FPS camera for whatever reason, I'll have the option. And like, desktop view is 60, so that's cool. So you should get a nice buttery smooth desktop here when I scroll around. That should be all nice and smooth at 60 FPS. So yeah, so that, which means I no longer have the A5100 there, so it's now up top. Hello. Now, the only downside is I don't have a dummy battery for it yet. So I'm on batteries right now, and I'm gonna have to swap batteries when they die because I don't have a dummy battery yet. It'll be in tomorrow. Yay. I know, the colors are so much better. Like, that is yellow. It's not poop orange anymore. Like, we have proper colors for the overhead camera now. And I could zoom. Woo! And autofocus. Look at that. Yay! Upgrades, people. Upgrades. So yeah, somebody donated. I missed that. I was in the middle of talking. Gabe, $5. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Just wanted to say thanks. Building my first 2.4. Would have made it videos, or wouldn't have made it without your videos. You would have made it without my videos. I believe in you. But they do help. Okay. Justin, $5. Thank you. Appreciate it. Am I stuck with Char? Tell us no. The city I live in has a local provider that ran their own fiber. So I'm not with any of the big three. I'm with an independent company. So for those that are wondering, I have 1,000 down, 750 up, and I pay 80 Canadian a month. And then for those curious, because there are lens people, I'm still using the wireless lav, which is a Rode Wireless Go. I put my shotgun mic on this camera though, in case this dies during a stream. I can just switch to the shotgun mic. It's not as good, but it's better than onboard audio. Sigma 16 lens on that one, and then up camera is just a kit lens, Sony kit lens. I use a Tamron 24mm on the A6400. Hey Vez, how you doing? Okay, so what are we doing tonight? Somebody remind me what we're doing tonight. I was supposed to do something. I can't remember. Cameras? We're supposed no, we did the camera thing. What are we doing tonight? Oh wait, we're building a Voron, right? Because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got the one in the other room. The kit, right? We're doing that. Rodent. Oh, RatRig. We're doing a RatRig tonight. That's right. That's right. That's why I had this box out. So, we are not building a Voron. We're not unboxing a China printer. We're building a RatRig. A RatRig V-Minion to be precise, which is this guy right here. Okay. I like small printers. So, why not a V-Core? I have enough large format Core XY printers. One, I don't have room for another large format Core XY. You know I am building more. But if you talk to somebody who works on Ford trucks all day and you offer them a Chevy truck, he probably won't be as interested as a Chevy Corvette or any other Chevy that's not a truck. So I build a lot of Core XYs. I want to do something other than a Core XY. So V-Minion. I like little printers too. So full disclosure, RatRig reached out to me and they sent me the mechanical kit. Okay, I asked for the mechanical kit. I didn't ask for a full kit off the bat. I don't know if that would have been an option, but I said, hey, I've got a ton of electronics just sitting around. I've got tons of wiring. I don't need the electrical. I want to do my own electrical. There's a few things I want to tweak and then change. I can print my own parts. So they sent me the mechanical kit. The original plan was to actually fully self-source this build. I was going to fully self-source it. The only reason I really didn't was I got bored of looking at AliExpress after like 20 minutes. And two, the RatRig uses some custom metal plates in a few locations. And we don't have send, cut, send in Canada. So luckily, somebody from the team reached out to me. They're like, hey, you want a mechanical kit? I'm like, sure. So they sent me the mechanical kit. No money exchanged. Reviews and opinions are my own. Blah, 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 blah. You know how that is. A drinking game. Okay, so for those that are unaware, or because it'll come up during the stream, for the longest time, people were asking me when I was building, I think it was the V2. When I was building a V2, people kept asking me, how does this compare to a V-Core or to a RatRig? And my response was, I don't have a RatRig. I don't know anyone personally who has a RatRig, so I can't give an opinion. It's a modern Core XY printer. I'm sure it's a fine printer, but I can't compare them because I don't have experience or don't trust anyone that has both that I can draw experience from. But people kept asking and people kept asking. So eventually it became a drinking game that when people asked the question, it was drink, not because of RatRig drink. So some people, some people assumed I was angry at RatRig or something. It was a drinking game of the question, not a drinking game of RatRig. So, John Clark, 100. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Help with wallet recovery fronts. Thank you. Appreciate it. I lucked out. Facebook Marketplace in Canada, and especially my area, sucks. But luckily, somebody had this camera for a good price, and it had a few accessories that came with it, like a cage. So, yeah. A Voron shower. That's it. It's too cold up here. It's winter. So, another fun thing with 4K. If I'm streaming at 1440p, it takes 4K and scales it down. So, a 1440p, a pixel is a pixel. So, the advantage with 4K, if I'm streaming at 1440p, I can crop in and you don't lose quality. So I can crop in and you're not going to lose any quality in the image because the pixels are the same size. So it just comes out bigger. So I just zoom in and you don't notice it zoomed in because it's 4K. So The downside with that is I'm now out of buttons on my DIY Stream Deck to control everything, so I gotta like push that to punch in. So that's another reason I want to go 4K. Yeah, 4K is nice. So I'm not playing Fortnite, okay? So I don't need like super high refresh color accuracy. I want the clarity. That's what I want. So let's go through the kit. I did unbox this on another stream. I can't remember which. But let's go through what they sent me, and then we'll go through what I am adding to it to finish it up. So let's actually use the overhead camera. Ooh. Actually, this one's 60 FPS. This is 1080p 60, so this should be all nice and buttery smooth too. So that's another reason I'm streaming at 60. So the mechanical kit. What doesn't come with the mechanical kit is the heater and the bed flex plate, which is in a box. So heater is this Kinovo one. It's custom because it's got these 3 holes. I don't know if you could buy it from Kinovo directly, although I'm sure if you emailed them, they would send you it. Need to build a stream deck. Well, I built one with 8 buttons, but that's not enough anymore. So I'm sure if you ask Kinovo, they'll send you this, or you can buy from them. But I asked the RatRig guys, and they sent me this because it wasn't something I could easily self-source. We got our lead screw. I'm gonna put there. I don't know what pitch it is off the top of my head. And then we got our rails. And the RatRig, the Minion does not use tiny rails. This thing is chonkers. We've got, what is these? MGN 15s, and on the x-axis it's an MGN 12, and they're covered with grease and oil, so I'm not going to touch them. We're going to have to go through and clean these. These are some chunky boys. Pigeon print, €5 or £5. No, €5. I always got it mixed up. Thank you, appreciate it. Can I print in PETG? Still a drinking game. You can print in PETG. It may not end well. Beard trimmer fun. What's wrong with the beard? What? What's wrong with the beard? Huh? You got something against the beard? What's wrong with the beard? So we got, so they sent me this like a day after I received the box. I guess this was a release fix with some extra parts. So that is that. But appreciate the $10. Some stickers. So I got a RatRig sticker and whatnot. I need to do something. I keep getting stickers. I'm starting to collect stickers. I've got a ton of stickers now, but I need somewhere to put them. I don't. Maybe I'll do something on that wall or that wall. Something back there. I don't know. I got to figure out something to do with the stickers. MGN 15H on Y and Z. MGN 12C on X. Yep. I think John Stern is jelly. Ooh. Remember, shoot, what's the guy's name? It's not the beard outside, it's the beard inside. That's what's the guy from Dexter's Lab? Can't remember. Hank something? Action Hank? Action Hank? Was it Action Hank? Okay. Oh yeah, here's that flex plate that I got. So I got the magnet. It's the 3M300. I'm pretty sure this is energetic magnet and flex plate. I'm pretty sure. It's a 180 build volume, so you could use a Prusa mini bed if you need to. Whole bunch of screws and belts and pulleys and couplings and thrust washers and stuff. Bag of stuff. Should do a Fu Manchu. Oh, God, no. And then the plates. So the reason why I didn't fully self-source is all the custom plates. So. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's energetic for the flex plate. So the magnet should be fine. I've never had an issue with magnets from energetic, but lately I found their beds, the flex plates themselves, kind of hit and miss. So if it doesn't work out, I'll hit up for Brico or something. Birdie McBurt is asking for anyone in chat who has anyone used Fibrology essay ABS. So fibrology essay ABS. I think it means easy. Not man dark. Not man dark. I will say these plates are actually the finish on the plates. No sharp edges. So everything's got a nice little chamfer to it. Nice, would it be anodized? No, it's steel. So I don't think, can you anodize steel? I know you anodize, or are these steel or aluminum? Oh, they're aluminum. The plates are aluminum. So yeah, they're anodized. I thought they were steel plates. So these plates are aluminum. For some reason I thought they were steel. And then at the bottom of it all, we've got our bed, which has, it's not a blue bed, although it would be cool if it was blue, but that's just the protective sticker on it, which we're going to leave on for now. So, don't lose that. So for those unawares of what the plan is for this stream, we'll be unboxing, going through everything, kind of making up the plan for the build, the overview, and then we'll start on the build and see how far we get. I don't expect this to be a long build. Electrical, we'll see, because I got to figure out how I'm going to do electronics, because I'm going to change a few things up when it comes to electronics with this build. I'm not using their stock wiring setup and controller board and power supply and everything. Like, the stock setup for this has a separate box that has all your electronics in it. So your controller board, your power supply, and everything is in a separate box, and then you wire them together, and it's like an umbilical cord, and by default it doesn't, there's no disconnect. It's just, when you move them, you got to move both at the same time and hopefully not drop one. So I'm hoping by using a compact power supply and an SKR Pico and whatnot, we could find somewhere to shove all this on the printer itself, so we don't have to, it's an all-in-one unit. So I'll get you a quote on that near, a quote on what? Rodent OS. I will try, so they have their own Rat OS, I think it's called, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a fork of Mainsail. It's supposed to be like, make it really easy to set up. It has like all the default configs for like a RatRig, so it asks you like which one you built, what size, what extruder, I think, and it automatically makes your config. Obviously I won't be able to do that. I'll have to like roll my own. So, which EVA I will be using, I'll get to that in a minute. You're jumping the gun here. Orbiter 2 and probably a Dragon High Flow. I have an LGX Lite, but I'm saving that for a V0. Probably this one. You can't see. I got a V0 under there. That's a V0.0. It needs some updates, so that'll probably get an LGX Lite. So I'll use the Orbiter 2. Somebody did a mod. I seen that mod. I might tweak a few things, because if it's the mod I'm thinking of, I don't like the way the power is set up. Plus, I'm going to have to make my own controller hooks, like, box, because it's an SKR Pico I'm using. I can make RatOS work for your Pico, no problem. You just won't get automatic flashing. Yeah, that's fine. I've done dozens of installs of Clipper and Fluid and Mainsail and Octoprint using Clipper. And I've made my own configs from scratch many times, so I'm not concerned about that aspect, the firmware aspect. Oh, I just realized that's Eva. Eva or Ava? Evangelion? Oh, the damn robot, Shinji. So yes, extrusions. There ain't many to it. We got 5. So we got a 2020 V-slot, which this is actually like the first time I've had like an actual legit V-slot extrusion that wasn't part of a Creality printer. But it's MGN 12, so it don't matter. The reason, for those curious why you can't use V-slot on a Voron, Vorons use MGN 9, which will not sit flat on V-slot. With MGM 12, it doesn't matter, it's fat enough. Okay, and then we got some 3060s. Oops. button. 3060s. They're pre-drilled and tapped for the ones that need to be drilled, I guess. And then we got this, which I'm assuming this 3030 is for the spool holder, if I'm not mistaken. Just take Eva like Eva. Yeah, there we go. Like Wally. Aw, the bots are here. Goodbye, bot. No, quit typing. There we go. Report. Oh, do I have, shoot. Where's the Stream Elements bot? You're supposed to be handling this stuff. There we go. Trevor, $5. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. And then, Michael, I hope I'm saying it right, Michael. I think we've DM'd, so I have you in my DMs already. Gotten pretty good at the streaming game. Thank you. I would hope so. We're at like stream 105 or 106 right now, and it's almost, we're coming up on 2 years in April. I got to figure out something to do. Okay, so additionals. Printed parts. I printed more parts than I need. I printed all the stock parts, and then I found out there was a mod to use heat set inserts in the EVA instead of the hexes. So I printed those, and then I printed several parts in different colors because we're kind of going with the Minion theme here. So it's yeah, it's yellow. So this is lemon sparkle yellow and fluorescent sparkle blue ABS Plus from Sparta 3D for those curious. And parts were printed on the Trident, the V1.8, and V226. So, wait, who banned Eva? I didn't ban Eva. Did Ray ban Eva? Ray, did you ban Eva? Okay, got fixed. Okay. There we go. So yeah, so somebody else on the Voron team built one of these already, and they said the hex nuts were kind of a pain in the butt to work with. So when I saw that there was a mod, I printed that. Otherwise, I'm trying to build it stock as much as I can, but I will be changing stuff. Like obviously electronics. So let's see. So far, what I've kind of figured out is we got the Dragon High Flow, and this was actually the one that was supposed to go in the Trident build that they forgot to ship, and then they shipped. So this is going in there. Also the heater and thermistor from that build. We have for the power supply, instead of, I think it's supposed to be a UHP 350, which, do I have a UHP 350 kicking around somewhere? I do, I just don't know where it's at. Oh, here we go. Which is one of these guys. Like, it's a power supply like this, which this is what I use for my soldering. So instead of one of these guys, I'm using this. So this is a UHP 350, 24 volt. Now, the advantage of that is it's much smaller. It doesn't use a fan, but it's like over twice the price. So it is pricier, but hey, business expense. So we got that. I've used one of these. I've used the UHP 200 on the V1.8. It's a nice power supply. Extruder, we got Orbiter 2. For the sensor, we have a Vinda, which is basically a Pinda Pro. I don't know, whatever the good Pinda is, like the newest one. So I got this one. It's a Vinda. So it's basically the Prusa probe. What else? Controller, we got the SKR Pico, which I did a video on my channel already. And then we are going to pair the Pico up with a Raspberry Pi Zero. And we're going to stack them. So in terms of like electronics, there. That's it. I love how small this thing is. And then for motors, I don't know. I've got a whole drawer full of motors, a lot of LDO motors and OMC stepper online motors. So we're just going to grab whatever ones we feel like using when we get to that part of the build. That seems kind of high wattage. You think a 100-watt bed heater and... no, the heater is 180 watts. So the heater is... Ooh, focus, 180. Ooh, the autofocus on this is much better than the 850-100. There you go, 180. So 180 plus a 50-watt heater is 230. They don't make a 250. It's 200, then 350. And then you want overhead, because you never want to fully tax your power supply. You just don't. Okay, and then for motors is that. Wiring, since it's umbilical, I've seen a few mods that use drag chain. I think I'm just gonna go umbilical, because one, I've got like 3 boxes of silicone wire, the Strive Stay stuff, that I kind of want to get rid of. And then 2, I'm lazy, and I want to use it up. Part of the reason for this build, wrong button. Part of the reason for this build is I want to try and use up some stuff that's just been building up. Kind of clean house type thing. Heat insert EVA topic not doable on the main EVA right now. There will be a heat insert release following main release, at least for now. Okay. I don't know. I seen there was a mod somebody made, so I printed that. I have the original files too. So if for whatever reason the heat set stuff doesn't work, I printed the original stuff, so I can use that too. I quit drinking pop. I love G Fuel now. Okay. And then, yeah, for motors, I've got all that. What else? What else? Are we just going to get started on the build? Anything else I should go over before we start the build? Let's see here. There's a manual. Let me find the manual. Build guide. Preparations. There we go. My only complaint about the Pi 02 is it would have been absolutely perfect if they stuck 1 GB on it instead of 512. Yeah, so if you're running one of the lightweight OSs like Mainsail, Fluid, I'm assuming Rat OS is pretty light as well because it's based on Mainsail. If you are running, if you're not running like a crazy like 12-stepper printer with 8 extruders at like 500 millimeters a second with a webcam, you're fine. I ran which one was it? Skippy. So the Bonsai, the old Bonsai down there. Input shaper handled fine. I couldn't tax it to the point where I was concerned about the 02 breaking a sweat. And that's a standard, you know, 4-motor Cartesian printer. So I don't think a 02 will have any issue on this build. Did I stop drinking booze? No. Why would I do that? Prusa XL with 5 tool heads. I only ordered one with 2. I've got the MMU for multicolor. The only reason I'd want the reason I'd want 2 tool head Prusa XL is multi-material. So material and support. You can't really do that on a multiple material unit with a single hot end because of the contamination issue. So that's what the Prusa XL is going to be for. So yeah, manual time, okay? So their manual is, what is it, Dozuki? Okay, so that is what they use for their manual, and apparently there's some prep we got to do. So prepare the printed parts. I guess we're getting started to the build now. So where did I put all the printed parts? Over here. So these are all EVA stuff, so I'll put all that aside, I think. And now I got to find. So I do have some doubles, I think, of parts that I didn't turn out the greatest, I think. Yeah. So I will say some of these parts aren't the greatest. The Trident, the bed itself, not a huge fan of the flex plate that came with it. I ended up swapping it out. I I can't drill without a drill bit. So a few of the parts are a little but they're functional. And I would reprint them, but I ran out of yellow plastic. Like, literally, I finished my last print. Oh, I threw it out. And I had like one wrap around the spool, like one single thing of filament around the spool. Kyle, $5. Hello from the Zero G team. Hello, Zero G team. What is the Zero G team? Oh, hey, my print's done. Okay, so one of the V-Minion parts has sacrificial layers which must be removed prior to assembly. It's recommended that you remove them by using a screwdriver, an Allen key, or drill to push through the layers. The Y belt printed part. So, okay, I could do that. I haven't had to drill out sacrificial layers in a while. So I'm pretty sure that RatRig parts are designed with PETG in mind. So I might have some fitment issues with ABS because I literally just loaded my profile and hit print. I didn't really adjust much. I found it's usually good enough. I've never really ran into major issues, so. Vorn inspired Core XY conversion of an Enter5. I think people have done conversions like that already. No, the problem with the PI was a little too good. Stuff stuck way too well, even when I was barely squishing down. And yeah. Okay, prepare the parts for brackets. Oh, so we're onto the brackets already. So 2 corner plates, 1 T-shaped joining plate, 390, 21 M6 by 12. Okay, so I'm gonna take the bed out, put the bed over here. Mechanical kit. It's 2:30 a.m. Oh yeah, that's right. Take care. Have a good night. If I have any questions, there's a few people I can message, but I think we should be okay. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for M6 by 12 cap head. Cap head screws. But I will address right off the bat, they're socket heads. I'm sure both names are actually official. It's just here in my neck of the woods, it's socket head. That's what Fastenal calls them. 6 M6 washer. I should have grabbed all the stuff. M6 washer, M6 washer, M6 washer, M6 washer, M6 washer. M6 washer. M6 washer. Oh, wait, here we go. M6 washer. The 0G. Oh, yeah, okay. So I need 6 M6 washers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put the rest in the bag. There's a lot of little stuff in here I don't want to lose. Some really thin spacers. Okay. And then 21 30-30 drop-in T-nuts. Okay. Forgot to smash the like button. You don't smash the like button. This isn't 2018 PewDiePie YouTube. You like the smash button, you smash the like button. Wait, I get it backwards. Did I do it backwards? I did it backwards. Yeah, smash the like button. Why are you smashing the like button? You like the smash button. Okay, it's done a lot of work over the years on YouTube. You gotta like the smash button. Deserves it by now. Okay, so we are putting the screws in, and we're putting the nuts on. Okay. Oh, I put my screws away. M612. Okay. Dislike the dislike button. You can't dislike the dislike button. It's gone. Apparently, it was hurting people's fifis to have dislikes. And now without it, you know, I do like the memes of, you know, people doing things horribly and being like, I searched how to do X on YouTube after they removed the dislike button. How do I smooth my prints? Oh, this video's got 70,000 views, or 50,000 views, and I should spray resin on it. Yeah, that's a bright idea. There's no dislikes. Button is still there. Yeah, it does nothing though, because the only if you dislike one of my videos, the only one who sees it is me, and I don't look at my stats. So yeah, the button's there. You just can't see the result. Yeah, the overhead cam. Hopefully, I don't know how we're at 71% battery, but I got another battery so we can swap when it dies. I'm waiting. The dummy battery will be in tomorrow, which is perfectly in time for tonight's stream. Yeah, there is a plugin. Like, I'm running a plugin on my computer upstairs that returns the dislike button, but it's not as accurate, and let's be honest, most people aren't going to run that plugin, right? What was the G code? Code Wubby. It's totally not my code, by the way. I am not affiliated with G Fuel. I don't know if it's still active. That's the one I use. Yeah, I know there's a browser plugin, but most people watch on mobile now. Okay, the T-plate, loosely thread them on. Okay. Not affected by the Ambassador Bridge much. I don't cross the border. And the layout of my city is pretty much such that, like, you don't go to that area unless you are crossing the bridge. So all the nupties over there are doing their thing, and it's pretty much completely detached from the rest of the city. Other than the fact that where my wife works, where a lot of my friends work, and a lot of other places, because the city I live in is a blue-collar city, a lot of manufacturing are shut down because, you know, can't go across the border. Can't go across the border. So. But, please no politics on stream. I stream 3D printers. I'm not Hassan. No politics. Within reason. Can you do a poll on mobile versus PC? I'm assuming most... Well, here's the thing. Like, it's going to be a... like, here, we'll do a poll. How you watch. PC. Mobile. There you go. I guarantee most of you guys are probably on a computer because this is a tech thing, and most of you guys are probably, you know, sitting at home doing nothing. So, what's the beeping in the sound? What beeping? I use my printers to watch. What? Did you get one of those fancy, long screens at the front of your printer? Fire TV. Smart fridge. I'm watching on a smart fridge. Okay, so we are using, okay, the 90-degree corner. So it's a cap screw, but it also has a washer in it. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Yeah, see, 74% PC. That 4.3-inch Waveshare screen on the printer, yeah. Well, there's like a really long one too. I seen one, it's like 8 or 9 inches long and like 2 or 3 inches wide. "50-inch 4K display." So technically with Clipper screen, you could use anything as a display that takes like HDMI. So who's gonna be the one that hooks up a 4K like 75-inch TV to use as Clipper screen on their printer first? The 11.9-inch wave. Yeah, that one. I'm tempted. I want to do one just to do a video on it, but it's, you know, I barely use screens on my computer or on my printers as is. So justifying that is a little much. I used to watch Netflix for the longest time on my Nintendo Wii. That was my Netflix machine for the longest time, was Nintendo Wii on a CRT. That's just what we had. How do I think the RatRig Minion? So here's let me bring it up here. Okay, because this is for comparison purposes. Because I've had a few people ask me about this. One, I don't have any Prusas. I've pre-ordered a Prusa XL. When that shows up, that'll probably be my first Prusa. So I don't have any experience with Prusas. I've seen a Prusa Mark III once in my life. So a Prusa Mini kit is $349. Okay, so Prusa Mini kit. Oh, come on. There you go. Is $349. Okay, for the Prusa Mini kit. Okay, the RatRig kit, a full kit is €549. Okay, so when I priced out originally, if I wanted to buy a full kit RatRig, ship it to Canada, it was gonna run me near $800 Canadian. Once you factor in shipping and everything, and then taxes and duties and whatnot. So 800 Canadian for a full kit for this, versus, let me see where it is in Canada. Digimakers has it in Canada, I believe. Nope, no they don't. Who has it in Canada? Where is your price? Price. So this in Canada is $600 roughly. Usually it's free shipping when you're over 100 in Canada for a lot of places. So it's more money. I think that's an assembled one too. Yeah, it's an assembled one. So this is a more expensive printer, but it's DIY, so you're building it yourself. So if you don't have the skills, you could build it wrong. Okay, it happens a lot. People build something wrong and they run into issues. But it uses linear rails and should have a stiffer frame. It should be better than a Prusa Mini, but I can't judge it because I don't have a Prusa Mini to compare it to. But on paper, the stats are better, but it's more expensive. So, you know, more money is better, or is it just better versus better? So yeah. Okay, so frame assembly, I guess. So there's a video overview. We ain't got time for that. So we got one 345 extrusion, one 270 extrusion, one 115 extrusion, We got our corner plates. We got our T. And then we got our 3 corner pieces, bracket thingies. Okay. So assemble frame part 1 is that, and then that, and then that. Okay. So there are no blind joints on here. For those that know, the Voron guys, we love our blind joints. This does not use blind joints, okay? So hopefully everything is cut square, because these aren't anodized, so these are cut. So I'm assuming, and it makes sense if you're kind of manufacturing your own kits, especially different printers, because I know RatRig does a lot of, I think they started doing cameras. That's what they started as, was like doing cameras and whatnot, like camera rigs or camera dollies or something like that. So it would make sense just to buy bulk extrusion, especially if you're only using like certain sizes, and just cut them yourself. Have, you know, one guy on staff who just cuts extrusions. So as long as they're cut square, you should be okay. What were the results of the poll? Let's find out. End poll. 70% are on PCs right now. Okay. Building on the Trident yesterday, I hit the hammerhead nuts. Now I know why. Hates them. Yeah, I prefer the roll-in nuts. I don't think I have any in this size, so I couldn't use them if I wanted to by pulling from my own stock. Because this uses M6s. Vorons don't use M6. Vorons all M3 and M5. A few M2s in a few spots, and M2.5s for some of the hot ends. But, yeah. Just getting these kind of... I do find, though, the bigger hammerheads aren't as finicky as the smaller hammerheads. Like, these all seem pretty good. Whoop. Loud noises. Oh yeah, unfortunately that's another thing too. With me streaming at 1440p now, I don't have the ability to stream with ultra low latency anymore. So before, if you commented and I replied the minute I read it, because if you type something in chat, it pops up the moment you type it. But me say something now, right? Me clap, you don't see that clap until a couple seconds after. So it used to be like 3 seconds, because I could stream ultra low. When you stream above 1440p, it's like 6 to 8 seconds now. So unfortunately, we don't have, we're not gonna have the quickest of communications anymore, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So clap right now. So I clap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I just saw it clap. So there you go. So 8 seconds. That's I'm streaming at low latency. Normal latency is like 10 or 15 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So I am building this on my my granite countertop here, and luckily it's all square, so we're good. Tighten up 2 just to. So right now I'm using my machinist square just to actually, let's go to that camera. No, don't focus on the box. Focus on me. Camera, focus. Focus on me. Oh wait, I don't have autofocus on the camera. C920. Your video. Camera control. Focus. Auto. Apply. There we go. Much better. More better. Okay. So good there. So one side's there. And usually when you use a machinist square, you need to like hold it against something that's light in the background so you can actually see the gap if there is one. Picture in picture is weirding you out. How is it weirding you out? I did get rid of the border. Maybe I should put the border back. Okay, good there. How many printers does everyone have? Oh God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus 2 desktop CNCs, 3018 and the Robo CNC. Although that printer right there, that green one, is going to be given away at some point. That one's being given away, so too many. Okay, put the corner bracket in, like so. Okay, I can do that. So I'm assuming this corner bracket would help quite a bit if you didn't have everything squared up. Why is Toasty called Toasty? Because Toasty is my higher temperature printer. So Toasty is built, it's all carbon fiber polycarbonate or carbon fiber nylon for its parts. It's got a all metal hot end, which, let's be honest, most good hot ends are all metal nowadays. But it's got a Dragon High Flow. I think it's a Voron Edition Dragon High Flow. And it's all enclosed with ACM. It's basically my print, and it's got a hardened nozzle in it. I think it's the Fadus Tungsten or Nozzle X. I can't remember. I switched between the two. But it's my printer that I use for higher temperature materials or abrasive materials. Although, right now, it's printing skirts. So, another batch done. What display would I recommend for a V0? The V0 display. Okay, so let's see here. So now we're putting this other guy on. And assemble from step 3. So the 270 to 360 T-shaped joining plate is on the bottom. Position the 270 to 360 extrusion as shown. So 100 millimeters in the front and 140 in the back. And then attach with T-nuts. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Lunchtime, be back soon. And of course, all the T-nuts fill in. tight for now. So right up on the toasty anywhere. I built it over. I live streamed the build. I don't have a website or anything, so I don't. I should probably have one by now. I don't. There are no write-ups. All it is, it's a Voron V 1.8. Just built, you know, with higher temperature material plastics, and I think I have high temp motors in it. All PTFE wiring, all metal hot end. For all intents and purposes, it's a 1.8. I just built it a little bit more robustly than most, just to for the hot stuff. It's not really that much different than a standard 1.8. For a profile, 3060. Okay, so I need 100 millimeters in the front. That'll do. Can't really get in there with my, well, it is what it is. So one of the downsides with all these brackets is I was like looking at the CAD trying to figure out how I was going to put do the electronics mounting, like how I would build a box or print a box or whatever for the Pico and mount the power supply, and these brackets get in the way of a lot. So oh, and then we got at the top, we've got one on each side. Okay. So just make sure 100 millimeters at the front, and 140 at the back. I don't think it matters too much. Bit of a gap. 1 second. Are they torqued to spec? They're torqued to approximately 2 ugga-duggas. So remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. If righty-tighty becomes righty-loosey, you tightened it too much. Or if righty-tighty becomes righty-loosey, yeah, you tightened it too much. Yeah, I'll fix it with the brackets. Can you do blind? Oh, you could easily do blind joints in here. You could easily do a blind joint here. There is no reason you couldn't do a blind joint here. I kind of get the whole being, you know, way overbuilt and being super strong argument, but you can do blind joints here. See, there's a gap. I'm not liking that. Trying to force them together. Yeah, it's funny. You look at how beefcake this frame is, and then you look at something like a V0, which is like 50, 15, and printed parts. And but different goals, different, you know. Just get a Milwaukee impact gun. That'll do it. Did you spin? You did spin. Okay. But no, I spent 7 years building injection molds in a tool shop, and they're all held together with these types of socket head screws, right? All the way up to like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, right? So you just kind of get a feel for how tight a screw needs to be over time. Okay, prepare the parts for the feet. I can do that if I can find them. So we need the feet, 4 feet. I've only got 3 feet. Oh, okay. 1 foot is in another bag. Okay. Well, for a moment there, I was worried it'd be a. Would I recommend a RatRig V-Minion or a Voron 0.1? I haven't finished building the RatRig yet. I can't make an opinion on the RatRig if I haven't finished building it. So that 4 of the T-nut, or no, what? 3 M612s, okay. At least it's not empty hot-end. Well, I do have it. It is just in another bag, okay. We've got the T-nuts. 3 T-nuts. Okay. 2 M525 cap heads. M525. What do I think of the Prusa XL? You know what? Go buy one right now. Best printer ever. It'll even walk your dog. 2 M514s. Okay, good thing I just put that bag away. M514s. 2 30-30 drop-in T-nuts M5. Wait, these are M3. Those are M6, M5, okay. Drop-in 30-30 T-nuts. So wait, no, that's 2020. Okay, so 2 of these. How are there so many parts to hold the feet on? And M5 locking hex nuts. Okay. M5 locking hex nuts. Okay. Okay. Ah! Frank, $4.99. Appreciate it for your efforts. Thank you. Okay. Just VHP the feet on. Hey, it'll work. Okay, so assemble the rear feet. So we got the those go there. So 2 M5 nuts go inside the holes. Which I'm gonna have to force them through, probably because printed parts. But at least I'll never have to worry about them falling out. Ever. Hey, Blade Scraper. Guten Abend. So that means you're leaving, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, 2 rubber feet and M5 25s. Okay. Abend, 3 a.m. Good morning. No specke Deutsch. Good evening. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to push those in quite a bit. Pull them through, no biggie. Don't print foreign parts in CF or CF nylon. The problem with nylon, if you use PA12 nylon, it's not bad. It's PA6 nylon that's bad. PA6 nylon, you get too many creep issues. Will I be using it as a daily driver? I don't know. I've already got like my repertoire of daily driver printers that are more than enough for my needs right now. For those wondering, the printers that I use the most, if it's PLA, it's most likely Switchwire or Tallboy, if it's a big PLA print. If it's ABS or anything else really, V226, this is my workhorse one. It's a V2.4. V1.8 down there, also handles all the funky filaments. And then Trident I've been using quite a bit for larger prints, so big plates of stuff has been the Trident. But in regards to daily driver, maybe I'll use this for PLA, like smaller, like mid-sized PLA prints. I have used the Switchwire or the V0 a few times for like small PLA prints, but I don't like annealing. Annealing can warp your parts, change dimensions. I'd rather just use a proper plastic for the application that doesn't require annealing. So, and never use PLA in a printer. PLA is not, it's corn plastic. It'll work until it gets a little warm. Doing the V0s, that V0 gets a bit of use. Not often, because usually I'm not printing, like if I'm printing one thing, I'll use it maybe. But usually I'm printing like a lot of parts at once. So the V0 just kind of chills. It's good for backup. Okay, so we got that piece done. Install the feet. So we're using frame assembly from step 5. That's in all 3 M612s. Oh, I see. So that was going like that. Get in your hole. Oh, it would help if I was using an M5 or an M6. M6 don't fit in M5, guys. Did you know that? This manual needs dark mode. Hear ye, hear ye. this on, and then you just kind of line it up, I guess, with the bottom. Yeah, I think it just lines up. Oop, wrong button. Don't use Allen key to change screens. The rails are probably fine, like in regards to my reaction. They look like your generic AliExpress rails, but guess what? That one's using generic AliExpress rails. That one's using generic AliExpress rails. My original V0 is using a generic AliExpress rails. Tallboy is using generic AliExpress rails. And they're all fine. I have purchased probably 20-something rails from AliExpress over the years. I've only ever had one bad one, and that was like 3 years ago. So, yeah. Not too concerned. And then the feet just go on with the... Need a rotary hammer. Honestly, though, bigger hammerheads aren't too bad. It's the M3 and the M5 hammerheads that are usually the finicky ones I found. Everyone's engaged so far. I've kept an eye on the ones I've installed, and pretty much everyone that I've put in so far has engaged. The bigger ones have less issues. It's the small ones that tend to have issues, I've noticed. And then these just kind of, I guess, go in the front and the back. And that's just kind of where they live. Okay. I could dig it. Quality rails would be more important on commercial. Well, yeah, honestly, here's the thing. It's more a consistency thing. Because you can get good rails for cheap from China. It's just you may get the occasional dud. Well, when you're dealing with commercial where everything's got to be good, that might not be acceptable. So that's where you're spending the money. You're spending the money on, you know, rails that function. But let's be honest, most users can't tell the difference. Okay, if I built a Voron with just, you know, good quality China rails, a Voron with LDO rails, and then a Voron with high winds, 99% of people, if I put 3 benchies in front of you, you would not be able to tell you which benchy which came off which printer. Something went flying. Ooh, an M5. Okay. So it's got feetsies now. Okay, we're putting linear rails on it already. So we're gonna have to clean these rails. So let me get some gloves. Look, it's a printer. The frame's assembled, guys. It's actually, that's a good footprint. That's solid. Okay, let me get some gloves and some ISO and a mat. There we go. Slap mat. Did I print the rail jigs? No, I forgot to print the rail jigs. Somebody sent me rail jigs, or like I found rail jigs, or I can't remember. And then I forgot to print them, so I don't have rail jigs. Are these the crappy ones? Yeah, these are the crappy gloves. Yeah, whatever. So we're gonna eyeball the rails. Wish YouTube chat had timestamps. Jacques Bears, $7.99. Appreciate it. My Voron 2.4 is nearly done. Thank you for the inspiration. I'm loving my journey into Clipper. Hope it's going good. I've got, if you run into issues with Clipper, I have a playlist on my channel. And by the way, if you guys don't know, I've broken down most of my videos into playlists for their categories. I'm even starting to timestamp videos, which is annoying, but I started doing it. Ooh, I forgot to do that with the video today. Ooh, okay, I'll go do that later. But I've got a whole bunch of videos on clippers, so if you run into issues, check those out. So they got the generic greasy oils. Let's get some lubrication. So this is a generic cheap like resin mat. Like this ain't a Wham Bam sheet, but somebody sent me this for Christmas, and I don't know who, because I got 2 of them from Christmas from 2 different people, and I don't know who sent what. So for those that sent it, thank you. But this one I use for like greasy and oily stuff, and it works really good for keeping my desk clean. So we got to clean these because they're covered in gunk. So where is my ISO? So for those that don't know, they're oily, but they're not lubricated. The oil that's on them is basically just WD-40. It's just to prevent them from rusting. So get a cleaner. A degreaser works too. I don't have any on hand right now, so I'm just using isopropyl alcohol and just kind of wipe off the excess. Now here's the trick to rails, okay? Unless you know your rails are stainless and aren't gonna rust, steel rusts. So if you clean your rails super duper clean and they're bone dry, and you live in Florida or California on the coast, and your rails start to rust, don't call and complain to the guy who sold you the rails that the rails are defective. You have untreated steel in a moist environment. It's gonna rust. So take precautions for that though. Rick Rands, thank you for becoming a member. Don't forget, maybe this, I can't remember what week it is. I don't think this week, but next week is the members only stream. So for those that don't know, if you're not a member of the channel, usually the last week of the month, the last full week, I do a members only stream where we just kind of hang out, maybe work on a small project or something that I don't like gatekeeping content behind a paywall. So I don't do anything that I would want to actually put out as proper content, but it's, you know, something to hang out with the those that support the channel a little bit. So Patreon members and YouTube members get invited for that. And then a month after I have it, I put it live for everyone. So everyone does get the seat eventually. So, flush your rails. I say flush your rails. What do I mean when I say flush your rails? Put them on a paper towel and literally douse them in like a cleaner of some sort and move them around. Now here's the thing, rails used to come pretty grungy. They'd be filled with a lot of grinding dust, and you would have to clean them. A lot of time you had to like completely take the carriages off and clean everything. Not so much anymore. Rails lately, you know, over the past like 2 years, they're pretty good. Usually you just got to kind of clean off the packing oil, re-grease them, and you're good to go. So for those that don't know how these are made, okay, these are hardened, okay? So carriages are made elsewhere, but for the rails themselves, they are machined, you know, they're metal, they're machined, and then they're hardened, okay? So they go into a heat treat oven, and they're hardened, and then when they come out of the oven, they might be warped. They got to make them flat, but you have to grind them to size at that point, and you have to grind it. You can't machine it once it's hard. Well, you can machine it, but you don't want to machine it. So you have to grind it to your final size, and that generates a lot of dust. And a lot of these places, everything's done in one room. So the guy putting these together to ship them is next to the guy grinding them. So leftover paper files are concerned? No. So sounds good. I'm using Tiger brand paper towels for those that don't know, because we ran out of Costco Kirkland brand, and I was at Walmart the other day. Happy for my V0 stainless rails. Which rail was it? On one of my machines, or did I even put it in a machine? I tried cold bluing a rail. Let's see if I can find it. Because cold bluing, it kind of does a little bit of, yeah, it's right here. It does a little bit of rust prevention. But a big advantage of cold bluing, it'll hold oil better than bare steel. So what you do is you cold blue a rail, and then you spray it with like WD-40 or some light oil, and it'll just soak in and it'll stay. So this rail has been cold blued. I did a video on it. I can't remember how long ago. It won't affect the accuracy of the rail at all. But I cold blued this rail, and it's just been sitting on a shelf in my closet since then, and there's no corrosion or anything. And all I did was actually, I think I greased it, and then I just kind of smeared the grease over it and wiped the excess. So I cold blued this rail using like a $10 kit of cold blue from Crappy Tire. So. So greasing these up. I don't know if these are the ones that have grease ports. So I did a video on how to grease these up. Punch in. I'm not 100% certain if these are the ones that you can, because if you look, there's a little hole. Oh my God, this camera is so much better than the other camera. There's a little hole. So I'm gonna see if I can squirt grease into there and see if it leads to the rails. If not, I'll do the trick where you just splooge in a ton of grease through this hole here and it just kind of fills everything up. So as usual, I keep forgetting to go to Princess Auto and go get more large scale needles. So I'm using a kid's medicine measuring thingy and a tube of white lithium, because I just use generic white lithium and I haven't had an issue with it. If it works, it works. I actually prefer thicker grease. It lasts longer. So NGL 0 or NGL 1, this is what you should use. I live on the edge and use NGL 1.5. And for those that are wondering, I don't know. I got this at work like 5 years ago and I still have a ton of it. So that's what I use. It's a 3D printer. It's not a rocket for NASA. It's not a precision CNC machine. Most grease is good enough. As long as it's lubed, you should be fine. So let's see if this leads anywhere. Sorta. Yeah, it leads somewhere. I think a lot of it stayed in the cap, but these also seem to suck up a lot of grease, so hit it from both ends and call it a day, I guess. Oh yeah, that's a lot of grease. It's in there. It's greased. Yeah. She's lubed. So what I do at that point, I just wipe off the excess, but I don't like go and wipe down the rail with ISO again. So basically the rail's now coated with a light coat of grease. Prevent it from rusting. Good to go. There's one rail. Should see if I get a bounty sponsor. How often should you refill? Honestly, I do it when I rebuild my printers, which V226 is going on over a year so far. Well, actually, no. Whenever the V2s came out, or the V2.4 came out, about 4 months before that is when V226 was built as a 2.4, because it built it with beta parts. and I haven't re-greased it, and I haven't noticed any issues. And it's printed a few thousand hours, more than the average person 3D prints. So, oh, I need brawny. Yeah, I should get brawny. See if brawny will bounce for me. Well, here's the thing. I don't stream any games, so I don't think I'm ever gonna get a sponsor like any of the meme sponsors that you see on Twitch or YouTube. How many printers have you built? Many. There we go. Now that one's greased. I would have, give me a second, because I'd have to go through and check and see which ones, because I've rebuilt some of them over the years. So like this one right here, V226 is serial number 26 of V2s. I think we're up in the 2000s now. So it's been a V0 or V2.0, a 2.1, a 2.2, and a 2.4. So 4 builds out of that one, 2 builds out of Tallboy because it was a 2.2, then it was a 2.4. Before that it was a V1, so 3 builds there. So we're at what? So 4, 7, 8, 9. This V0 was built twice, so 10, 11, or 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That one was rebuilt twice. 15 printers, 15 or 16 printers I've built. Stuff like that. The beard is prepared for a Manscaped ad. Hey, I'll take it. It's my job now, so I do need to, unfortunately, make money doing this somehow. Still waiting on that Raid Shadow Legends sponsor. Which, by the way, if I do a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor, if they ever reach out to me, I depends on how much they pay. If they pay, the video will be flagged so you can skip it, and I'm just gonna meme the hell out of it because let's be honest, pretty much every YouTuber who does YouTube for a living does sponsored spots, and as long as they have it in their timeline where you can easily see where to skip to, and then they have like something in the corner that's there the whole time it's an ad playing, so you know when to skip it. I don't mind that at all personally, but that's just me. I'm sure some people freak out, but so I don't, does this one actually feed in? Maybe it does. Yeah, it does. Thomas Serino, member for 7 months. Why do you have LCD on your Voron printer? Which one? This one is a panel do. So I'm running a panel do on that one because originally that ran a duet. That had a duet originally, and then it's running Clipper now on a Spider, but panel do is supported by Clipper, so I might as well keep it. And then Tallboy is actually running a BTT 50. I want to say a BTT 50 with Clipper screen. I went full time. Okay, well technically it's not guaranteed full time. I took some time off work, and I'm giving. I'm seeing how YouTube fares if I do it full time. It's the only way I could stream like 3 days a week and do videos and whatnot. So I took some time off. We're giving it a shot, and the only reason I'm even possibly able to even remotely get close to doing that is because of you guys. Because well, I like to say my channel's doing quite good. I think we're almost at like 29,000 subscribers. I think I'm around 300,000 views a month. That's not enough to live off ad revenue, especially nowadays on YouTube. So it's your guys' support that make it possible. I would not be able to do it without you. So you're all awesome. Counterpoint, my 13-year-old almost signed up for fishing betting website because she thought if a YouTuber told me, don't be watching, what's his name? I don't know. Those guys on Twitch that just play slot games all day. I can't stand that. Does premium? Yes, so if you're a YouTube premium member, I know the numbers always aren't the same. So it's hard to compare. But if you're a YouTube premium member, I make more. So YouTube pays more off you watching the video than I would get from an ad. So on a video that, I won't say how much, it's not as much as you think, but if I make X value on a video off ad revenue, I make anywhere from a third to half that, again, off just premium. And that's something very hard to judge because it depends a lot on the video. I think tech channels make more because I think tech people are more inclined to buy things like YouTube Premium versus like channels that, you know, Mr. Beast or whatever. But Mr. Beast gets, you know, millions and millions of views a day, so I don't think he really cares too much about that. So, Programmer X, here's some cash money out of the penny. Dude, you're getting married. You don't need to do that. And yes, Mom spilled the beans. I know. Congrats, by the way. It's about time. Okay, where were we at? Oh, I haven't done it yet. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you're not watching with her. Oops. Anyways. There's still time. Abort. So, let's see. Where were we at? Okay, so we paired the rail, so now I gotta get all the, Now we good. Okay, we're good. We're good. For those that don't know, that's my brother. Little Mike, $20. Appreciate it. Towards the road to full-time. Yeah! And John Clark, 100. Dude, you're awesome. Here's my ad revenue since I use ad blocker. I'm already married. I don't need to get engaged. So what else do we need? We need M312s. Hey, or what is it? No, M312s. Okay. M312s. Where are my M312s? M38s. M310s. And a bunch of other stuff. Where's M312? M312s. Okay. So M312s. M33030 drop-in nuts. So all these are M3s. Okay, yeah, they are. Okay, so let's see here. According to Linus, I'm doing piracy for... I watched this video. I understand what he's trying to get across. It's just, it sounds very blunt the way he get it across. So for those that don't know, Linus Tech Tips, on a recent, I think it was a video or a WAN show, he basically equated that if you watch, you know, content that normally has ads on it, and you use an ad blocker, it's the equivalent of piracy. Which, on paper, technically, you know, you didn't pay the ticket. You know, you're supposed to watch the ad, you're skipping the ad. But then you had services like TiVo that did it. So it's kind of like it's a gray area. Yes, you're technically breaking the law, but it's like when everyone stole cable back in the day. Nobody really cared. So Jason's here. Hi, Jason. Tafox. What, Tafox? Have I been muted? Yeah, I don't know what, by the way, Tafox, I don't know what happened. You were just happened to be on the ban list, or the mute list. I don't know how that happened. So there's a bunch, because of the bot wave, I put a bunch of stuff in the ban filter. Maybe you said something, I don't know what happened, but I didn't do anything. I think I've only banned like bots and like One guy who was spamming, who was being a dick. So, or maybe a misclick during a bot wave. I don't know. Nope. 1 second. Somebody's whining. Duff, you better be awake. Come in, come in. There you go. I don't have any treats, okay? There's no treats this time, so you can say hi. Somebody became a member and I scrolled past. Julian, thank you for becoming a member. There's Doggo. You good boy? You good boy? I don't have anything for you though. Okay. I don't have anything. He leaves. He knows. He's like, there's nothing. Duff $6.99 Doggo. There it is. There it is. You're a good boy. I was like, what? You don't have treats this time? Okay, I'm out. Who was that before that? I listed Andrew. Thank you for becoming a member. Doggo, 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 Doggo. LDO Motors Jason 1999. Mighty fine. Appreciate it. Hey, here, I'll just make sure. Send you LDO steppers. Dude, I got a drawer of LDO steppers. I think I got enough, but if you happen to think there's a specific set of steppers that would be great on this machine, send them. Laplev? $5. Doggo, appreciate it. And Doggo Treat Fund, Sean Fritz. He has enough treats. He needs to not have as many treats. But he's a good boy. Okay. So, frame assemble from step 9, MGN 9 rail, remove the plastic stops installed at the end. No. Install 3M in the hole, loosely thread into the screws. So, and then install the rail, and it's supposed to be 75 and then 70 from the bottom. Double check the position, fasten the rail screw. Reinstall the plastic. Okay, so put this like that. And what I'm going to do is get a box, because the last thing I want is to lose. Where is DFH today? I don't know. He's probably sleeping. I was talking with him earlier in the day. I put my video out on the Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder today. So if you didn't see my video on the Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder, I did a video on the Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder today. So he's probably all swamped again with orders and he's probably panicking. So that's probably what happened. Duff 689, a drink for Programmer X. Yes. There we go. Cheers. By sleeping and passed out in boxes. I'm sure he has like a little area in the warehouse where you can just pass out behind everything. Those clear? Yeah, those clear. Okay. I need a RatRig cup. There's RatRig cups? It's funny that with MGNs, like, you know, an MGM 15 is big and chonky, it still uses M3 screws. Voron hug, yeah, he got Voron hugged. Although technically that's like the Nero hug, I don't know. I'm just really paranoid of these carriages flying off, so I'm leaving until the very end to put the take the stoppers off. So, what's the beverage of choice tonight? I got some G Fuel Hype Juice, I think, and then some JP Weisers, which is my normal go-to whiskey of choice. Fabrico $49.99, appreciate it, man. Cheers. Make sure you use the optional nylon bed calibration kit when installing the bed plate instead of the metal ones. Will do. Is that spinning? I think the whole thing is spinning. Whatever. Okay, so now take the stops out. Ah. Sometimes these like fall out, and then sometimes you can't, like, you rip a nail trying to get them out. Come on. Yeah, come on. Holy hell. Nope, not that one. Where's my M3? How did I lose an Allen key already? Jeez. It's like I didn't even use that Allen key yet. Did I even use an M3 Allen key yet? No, I didn't. So how did I lose that already? Bloody hell. Somebody go back in stream and tell me when I used an M3 and where I put it. How did I lose it already? I legit didn't even, like, use it yet. Put under the thing. Nope. Did I sweep it up? I could have swept it up by accident. Ooh, I could have swept it up by accident. No. That's annoying. It'll turn up, hopefully. Check behind my ear. My hands are covered in grease right now, so I really don't want to. Okay, so it goes on like so. What'd I miss? Luke Ingerman, $20. Doggo, appreciate it. Glad to see you continue the trend of strengthening the printer with dog hair fibers. Well, those go in during the printing process. So when you're printing, that's when you add the dog hair fibers. Okay, so we've got 70 millimeters from the bottom. Can I recommend the ES126? I like it. I like my ES126. Or it's not 70 millimeters from the bottom, 70 millimeters from the top of the plastic part, which is approximately right there. And then it's 37.5 millimeters in. So, take that out. Okay, 37.48. I'm sure I can live with 37.48. Okay, so that one goes there. So there are printed jigs that somebody made for this, but I forgot to print them. So we're doing it the stock way. Measuring. Okay, I really got to find that Allen key now. I was trying to figure out how I lost it already. I didn't even... Oh, did I use it in a printer? Did I use it on the video? Is it in the printer? I've left Allen keys in printers before. Dang it. How the heck did I lose that? I'm bad with that. Oh well. Derek, $10. Appreciate it. Question, I got one roll of East on ABS Plus. I am printing warm parts. Any recommendations to keep it fresh and good? Sealed. It depends on where you live in the world. Where I live in southern Canada, air-conditioned house, I just leave it out. I've left spools out for quite a while without an issue. If you're worried, you can put it back in the bag. See, it says put the stoppers back in, but you can't really... There ain't much holding them there. And I'm paranoid, so... Put a little magnet. Magnet there. A little extra precaution. That'll kind of hopefully keep it from flying off. Okay. One under my needle nose pliers. Nope, not under the needle nose. And these are the bigger ones. My M2.5, which I always lose. Something fell off the bench earlier. Nope. That'll turn up. It'll turn up. Okay, so we have that, we have that, we have that. It's good. Blah, 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 blah. Double check the position of the rails. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. So you want this pretty vertical, because if this isn't, you know, if this is, you know, cocked this way or this way, you're going to be printing leaning towers all day. Okay. It says reinstall at the top, but they barely stick in there. Okay, x-axis now. So pretty much the same thing, I guess. Will the Revo need a Bowden tube to an LGX? Yeah, you do need like a short Bowden tube between the two, but that's true of pretty much all tool heads in a Revo, or in a an afterburner or stealth burner or whatever. Like it's designed to have like there's like a little lip in there already for the Bowden tube to sit on the well, it depends on which Revo you're talking about, but Revo Voron, yeah. Allen keys under, there's nothing under these pliers. Hey, DFH is here. Good morning. He lives. Is there anything I am really excited about in the realm of 3D printing tool changers? I think we've kind of gotten near the point of diminishing returns in a lot of aspects of things. Hot ends, flow rate, machine speeds, even controllers. Like there really hasn't been anything new in controllers in a while. All they are 32-bit MCUs with TMC 2209s. The newest thing is, wow, we can do 48 volts and we have all the fans now. But in terms of like function, they're pretty much all the same. Prints will all be the same. So I'm excited for things because what everyone's working on now is quality of life improvements. Things like Revo, where you got the quick change system and no longer have to fiddle with wires and, you know, everything all nice and compact. I'm excited for things to get simpler and the barrier of entry to things to drop. Propaganda, $1. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, it's a propa. So you have a picture of a panda. It should be propa panda. And I'm not going to pronounce that, but NTS 100. Appreciate that. I don't know what that is. man waving next to tree, next to one of those Japanese houses, and a flag. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, so now we put those on. New Taiwan dollar. Okay. Remove the plastic stops. Do not allow the linear to leave the edge of the rail. Insert the M312s. Loosely thread into each other. So that goes there, that goes there. Where's my positioning? Okay, there's my positioning. Okay. Just pronounced Larry. Fine by me? Okay, so in the front, so we'll get these kind of tightened down a little bit. There's a new Taiwan. Well, there's a New York. Nope. Remember, righty tighty. Back off a little bit. Okay. So for spacing, we have 5 millimeters in the front, 15 in the back. So 5 millimeters in the front. Blade Scraper, $10. Appreciate it. Cheers, Nero. Just sitting here watching my V0 and V2 print away while drinking a beer or 2 or 3. Those rails are huge. Yeah, these rails are massive. So 5 millimeters, and then what is it, 7.5? RatRig guys, printed jigs to line up your rails. Please and thank you. There. Got 5 millimeters there. Okay, and then this should be, what is it, 15? Yeah, close enough. There's 7.5. Tighten that down. Okay, we're good. Put the caps back in. It's like, they don't really fit too good, and I'm paranoid. Okay. Need a big warehouse. Oh, geez. What are you sending him, Jason? Need to autofocus on the crisp view in Nero's head. It does autofocus. Oh, are you talking about... Oh, God. Is it autofocusing when I'm looking over? Oh, God. How many gray hairs do I got now, guys? Count my gray hairs. I got... Oh, ooh, there's one there. Oh, there's one there. Oh, God. Oh, God. Be gone, demon camera. That 1080p 60 FPS upscaled to 1440p is really working against me right now, isn't it? Too many's. Install the Y-axis. Hey, we installed that. Reinstall the plastic on the end. Check the carriage run smooth. Z-axis motor assembly. Well, okay, we're already at Z-axis. We are trucking along with this build, guys. So, need more butter on the lens. I can put some grease. I can grease the lens up a bit. Gray hair is balding. Well, here's the funny thing. See, I need it. I'm gonna have to go buy a Stream Deck now because it ruins the joke if when I go to do a quick punch in, I have to go find my mouse, go off that screen over this screen to this screen, hit face zoom. What if you're doing both? Ha ha ha. See, I don't have time for that. Now I gotta go buy a $200 Stream Deck so I can make that joke better. Stream Deck, oh god, no. I made it 2 years on 8 buttons. A normal Stream Deck's 15, I'm sure that's fine. Although, tangent. So, what killed my Vixia up here was the fact that I forgot it on all the time because it's above my head. I never looked. This camera, the A5100, had a screen that flipped up and over it. So I would see that it was on, so I would turn it off after stream. The A6300 doesn't have a flip up screen. It tilts, but it doesn't flip up. So I can't actually see the cameras on right now. Like there's no notification. So I'm paranoid of forgetting this camera on or that camera on. So what I've gone ahead and done, I bought these guys today, which are smart plugs. And I have a Google Home Mini in this room. So now I will plug both cameras into the smart plugs and have them set up that I can just go, okay, Google, turn the cameras on. And then both cameras will turn on because you just leave them on. You just, when it gets power, they turn on. And then I'll set a timer in the software to like at 1 a.m. if they're on, turn off. And that way I don't have to worry about forgetting them on ever again. So put a mirror behind it. I don't need a mirror behind it because I've already set it up with all the settings. And then I've got the camera or the screen that has OBS on it. So OBS, the camera's right there. So there's the A6300 and I got OBS is right there. So that's what I see is you. So yeah. So I don't really need to flip it around. So thank you for listening to my TED Talk. So Stream Decks are compatible with those, I believe, too. So I can have a button on the Stream Deck, I think. Or is that, no, that's the Philips one. I think it's the Philips one. Either way, I can just go, okay, Google, turn the cameras on. So, hi again from Taiwan. Thanks for your stream help. Build my 2.4 and 01. Awesome. Almost 800 hours print time and I still don't get serial both because I still mod it. Hey, you can mod it. So you can get a serial as long as the machine looks good, is safe. So you got all the electronics are safe and squared away. You can get a serial. So you can mod it after you serial it. And thank you. I don't know what the conversion rate is on that, but thank you. And I don't know your name. Stream Pi, do everything you want. Yeah, true. There's a few, like this right here is literally just a Pro Micro ghetto wired up to 8 keys in a printed housing. And it works. So maybe I'll just make a bigger one. Okay, so we are on the motor assembly now. So prepare the Z-axis motor mount. Printed cage. Printed cage. 4 M612s. 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 Oh, battery died. Ugh. Reloading. There we go. On Tuesday's stream, that won't be an issue because my dummy battery should be in by now, or by then. 537 USD. Okay. I don't know about Stream Deck, but I ordered a Steam Deck. There you go. Covering me's reloading. Okay, so M612s. And then I probably need a bunch of T-nuts. 2, 3, 4. Wow, I'm running really low on these T-nuts. Hopefully I don't need much more. I am thinking about building a 2.4. Don't think. Do. go. So 4 of those. And then put those in. So 2 go in there. It goes in, and then those 2 go in there. Okay, so we're not putting the side ones in? Oh, because you can't. Okay. All third Home Assistant. I use Google Home because I've got like 3 or 4 Google Home Minis already. A while ago, Spotify had a thing where if you set up a Spotify account, you got like a Google Home Mini for like 10 bucks. So like I did it, my wife did it, my mom did it. She didn't end up using it and giving it to me. And then I think Costco had one on sale. So like I just have a ton of them. Alexa, what time is it? I don't know. I don't have the Amazon one. So, drop in the T-nut, loosely thread the 33 cm 6 screws, don't over tighten them. Position as shown, the base should rest on the feet, fasten both and take care not to over tighten as you can damage it, which is true of all printed parts. Always be careful with printed parts when you're tightening screws. You don't want to crack the part. So that kind of just sits there. Thanks for triggering my Alexa. Ooh, I can have fun now. Hey Alexa, become a member of Nero 3D. Okay, let's try and not get ball division at this point. Not lined up. I'm an Vox member for 4 months. Reminder to like that smash button. Exactly. Alexa, like the smash button. Okay, so we have that one in, and then that one, 30-30, slide the T-nut down, fasten them, take care not to over tighten, slide the, okay, so could have just said do it twice, but it tells you how to do each one. Prepare the Z motor parts. Oh God, we're doing Z motor parts already. This build doesn't, you know, dilly-daddle at all. It's like, hey, you're mounting motors, get to it, chop chop. I'm not going to say that because it probably would work. Okay, so prepare the Z axis. So I need one NEMA 14. Okay, I got to figure that out. Z cage printed part. Z cage. So where is my Z cage? One of them. This is the problem with using cardboard boxes. Stuff falls underneath the cardboard boxes. What's the other piece look like? It looks like that. There we go. Did I print any of these in accent colors? I want to use one of these as an accent color. Did I print any of these as an accent color? I did not. Dang it. Oh well. I think like the only real blue I have in here is like the tool head. Oh well, that's enough. Yeah, so this guy. And That guy. Okay. I'm going to need one axial thrust bearing. Where are you, axial thrust bearing? There, coupler. Oh, is it a bag of extras? No. Axial thrust bearing. I saw you earlier. There we go. Axial thrust bearing. Huzzah. Okay. Then 4 M318s. 325s. M318s. Kilocubit, call Siri. Hey Siri, call mom. That's what you get for using apples. M318, so 4 of these. 4 of these. Make it 12 button. I do not need 32 buttons. That is no. Okay, so we need a motor. Let's find a motor. Okay. Move out of the way, Delta printer. LDO motors, 0.9. No, we don't want to do 0.9. I think they're all 40 mils that they recommend. 0.9. OSM, stepper online. Sure. That looks like it could be a Z motor. Got any LDOs though? I want to use an LDO. 0.9. I don't want to use an. Yeah, I think all my good LDOs are in printers right now. 0.9 degree. Yeah, I don't want to use 0.9 on the Z. 0.9. Yeah, so we're going to be using a stepper online one, it looks like. Yeah. That's okay. We'll just use a stepper online motor. I think they're all pretty much the same, the ones I have. Yeah. There we go. This used to be in a printer. I don't know what printer it used to be in, but it's already got the wiring on and it'll reach. So this is my Z motor. For those that are curious, it is an OSM stepper online 17HS16 200 4S1. Actually, I think this motor was Z. This might have been in a V2 at some point. Got to do Cortana. Here's the thing, I would do Cortana, but it's not going to affect anyone because nobody uses Cortana. No, okay, so DFH, I only got the mechanical kit. I'm providing all my own electronics because I have a drawer full of motors and all kinds of random electronics. So the kit that I have is just the hardware, just the mechanical. LDO has left the chat. Aw. Yeah, see, the plug's already labeled for Z, so we're gonna use it because it already says Z. I don't know what printer this was in before, but it'll work. It's a Z motor. Just needs to go up and down, right? Spider coupler. What's a spider coupler? Oh, that's a spider coupler, I guess. So, install the Z-axis. So, 40mm stepper motor, slide the stepper motor into the mount, as shown, Z motor cage printed part, and then pillow block part. Okay, so that goes in like that. And then there's the pillow block part that goes in like that. And then that goes on top like that. Okay. Then the M4 318, the holes are slotted to allow adjustment. This will be performed at a later step. For now, push the motor as far back as possible. So as far back, so are we talking as far back this way or this way? I'm assuming, because it says push in. Yeah, so we're gonna push in. I don't know, it says push, it shows push in, so I guess we're gonna push in. think I gotta drill these out. No, I don't. Okay. So. Should have printed one of these in blue. Oh well. How about Bixby? Oh god, Bixby. Does anyone use Bixby? Every now and then I accidentally push the Bixby button on my phone. I have an S8 or an S10, I think. And I've had my phone for over 2 years. And every time I hit the Bixby button, it goes, would you like to set up Bixby? Because I've never set it up. Just push it close to the extrusion. Okay. Oh, Michael's still here. Okay. Take that down. So we do that. Now push the and fasten all 4 screws. Okay. So the axial thrust bearing over the shaft of the motor, it should sit within the pillow block printed part. So it looks like there's 3 parts to this. Look at that 60 FPS, so smooth. So I'm assuming that goes in there. Should I grease this at all? You know what? It's a ball bearing. Ball bearings get grease. A little super lube never hurt anyone. Just enough to wet it. Little grease never hurt anyone, right? Go. So now we got that in there. 4 a.m. and it's my birthday. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Get some sleep. Dude, sleep. I didn't grease mine. It's honestly, again, it's a 3D printer. Loads are pretty low. I'm sure it'll probably never wear out, but anything in motion that is touching anything else in motion, in my opinion, you want some form of lubrication. Unless you're using something like graphite or something. Like there's graphite in there and it's meant to be non-lubricated. But if something's moving against something, especially when there's similar materials, you want lube. Okay. So the axial thrust bearing, spider coupler, and then tighten. Apply downward pressure on the spider coupler to compress the axial thrust bearing. Tighten the screw on the spider coupler. Okie dokie. Is it this one? No. Okay, so I'm assuming there is the flat. Oh wait, it doesn't matter where the flat is on this. So push them together and tighten. Nope. There we go. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. Okay. Check my Discord messages. Oh, jeez. Don't switch. God damn it, John. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? Reset the counter. 0 days for what? What'd I miss? What'd I miss? So yeah. But yeah, everyone, give Michael a happy birthday if you have not. So. Don't make me sing. So, next step. Okay. Where are we at anyways? 1020. Geez, we're motoring on this. Get it? We're working with the motors. Ah. Okay. So now, prepare the Y-axis part. So, is it this part? There we go. Now, unfortunately, actually, some of these parts didn't print the greatest. I used my slicer profile that I use for all my Voron parts, which normally, you know, works quite well. But on these parts, there were a lot of things that had like these big overhangs. This part printed vertically. It didn't come in the cleanest. It's functional. I don't think it's going to be an issue, but it's there. So. It is what it is. Nothing a little filing won't clean up. Kind of make it look pretty. It's only plastic, right? Bit of deburring. Good to go. What settings would you change to improve your poor overhangs? Probably would have gone a little bit slower, maybe a little bit more fan. A lot of these parts have really big chunky overhangs, like big 45s on them, which Vorons have them too, but they're nowhere near as pronounced. So, and there were a few parts, I might have already put it on the printer. Yeah, like these parts right here. So this was the biggest thing I noticed when printing all these parts is you can see heat issues. So too much heat, and that's what happens when you have, if this is the bed of the printer like here, you know, there's a lot of heat trapped under there. So these overhang 45 corners didn't come out too well. You could definitely see there's like heat damage to them. The top ones came out great. So just these downward facing big 45 corners weren't the cleanest. Nothing preventing the parts being functional. It's just cosmetic. And unfortunately, I only had the one spool of the yellow, so it is what it is. But on Voron parts, it's never really an issue, because on Voron parts, on the bottoms, there's, you know, focus. Ooh. There we go. There's really, that doesn't exist as an issue, because they're either flat or they got a really small chamfer on the bottom. So, which, by the way, if you're wondering what I was printing, this is for Tuesday, which I'll talk about later. That'll be for end of the stream. Let's zoom out a bit here. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our, gonna need another motor. A 40 motor. Okay. We're used to tool heads I can actually close. Cool. I got a stealth burner on that machine, man. Or actually, no. This had the afterburner. The afterburner on the Trident did all of the parts. This one can handle it. So that's got a 50-15. So 40. So, yeah, we'll use this motor. There we go. Another one. Have I done a video? Not really. Most of my slicer settings are pretty much just dock profile defaults, and I don't adjust them because I'm lazy, and they work. Okay, so now I need these guys. Okay. What else for screws? I need a big screw. What is that big screw? Okay, so yellow is M4 or M6 12s. Got those. M3 8s. M3/8. Oh wait, I got a whole bin of M3/8. Okay, M3/8. M3/8. The pulley, the GT2, the T-nuts, and then an M830. A single M830. Okay. M830. In your opinion, is it worth switching over to the ABBN to the stealth burner? Yes. M830. There we go. Yeah, the stealth burner is much better at part cooling. The afterburner works fine, especially with ABS when you're running a low part fan. But with PLA, the stealth burner is noticeably better. Yeah. I'm kidding, kinda. I mean, our part is 3 parts. It's 3 printed parts versus, you know, here's an EVA. The stealth burner is 3 parts. And EVA don't have no NeoPixel support, as well as nozzle lighting, so. RGB makes it faster, so we win. Okay, so we're gonna put the mount together. So part 1, put the M612s and then the T-nuts. I mean the ABBN. Oh, honestly, just go right to the stealth burner beta. Just go right to the stealth burner beta. If you don't have the LEDs, don't worry about it. I'm not running the LEDs in any of mine yet. But just go right to the stealth burner beta. It's better than the ABBN. But yeah, if you already have the ABBN and you want to go to stealth burner, the nozzle geometry is better. And I'm pretty sure there's no hardware difference other than, I think, M350 screws. So if you have the hardware to do it, it's just printed parts. You might as well swap over, in my opinion. But here's the thing. Do you have any issues with what you're currently printing on your printer? If what you're currently printing is coming out fine, maybe don't bother. Oh wait, did I grab M3? Yeah, these are M5s. Dang it, I keep grabbing the M5 parts. Yeah, there's a lot of work on the stealth burner behind the scenes. Like Wiley took what Bad Noob did and basically took it to 11. Oh, there we go. Release fix bag. And then I feel really bad for Wiley because he has to sit in the beta channel on the Discord and sift through that, which those that have been in the beta channel on the Discord for the stealth burner, you know what I'm talking about. But he's got to sift through all that to pick out the actual feedback for improvements. So. So I'm curious why these ones don't use T-nuts. These use slide-in nuts. Going from ABBN to stealth. Yeah, at that point it kind of makes sense if you're going to stealth burner. Okay, so those are in. And then put the motor in with the M3/8. Okay. Which way? I'm assuming. What motor is this, anyways? The Y-axis. So that's gonna go like that. So I'm assuming I want the wires to go down. Yeah, wires go down. Wires go down. Yeah, wires go down. M32s. Where are the M32s at? They're M3/8s. 3/8s. Data feedback, personal tech support. So I'm running a stealth burner that's modified on my modified Ender 3, and it's not fitting with my modified tool head mount. Can you help me? No. Your ship, so for Rico, so your Revo's shipped to you, so then you could go ship them, or you're shipping them out? I don't think they're, some people have gotten theirs, so I'm assuming some people accidentally ship stuff. The search function in Discord, oh god. Like, some people, like, Discord isn't complicated. Discord's not complicated, but you talk to some people and they think Discord is like, you know, running a nuclear submarine. Like, they expect like old school, like, you know, forums that we were all on in the early 2000s. Like, I'm sorry. The future is now, old man. Okay, so this uses the GT2 9mm, so the bigger one. So assembly for step 2. So we've already gone ahead, we've mounted that, the motor's on. Now we're gonna mount the pulley on, position the pulley as shown. The end of the pulley shaft should be flush with the end of the pulley. The end of the stepper shaft should be fasten the 2 scrub screws on the timing shelf. Okay, so that should go on like that. I'll have to back some stuff off. Oh, no, they are backed off. It should be flush. Place it as an MIRC. Oh god. Like, I'm sorry, Discord, like, yes, the pace is faster on Discord, yes. So if you ask the question and if you don't get it answered, it gets buried. But you can always just, you know, ask the question again, as long as you're not spamming. You can ask the question again. You can search. Or, you know, you can post the question on the Voron Discord, or correction, the Voron Reddit, or the Voron Facebook if you're crazy, which the Facebook's unofficial. Okay, so we put that on, done that, we done that, tighten the 2 scrub screws, we're good there. Install the big chunky bolt down there, so I'm gonna need a big Allen key for the big bolt. Forums are easier to search. The problem is, if people aren't gonna search for it on Reddit, are people gonna search for it on a forum? Because we're still gonna get everyone and their uncle posting the, I'm having this issue, when 2 pages back, it's resolved. So people's first reaction when they run into a problem is to just go and post it, that they have a problem, and hope somebody answers it right away. Because people are lazy. It's just what it is. So assembly of the 3, so that goes on there, that goes in there, and then that tightens. So you have to understand, the Voron community was never, you know, it started off with people who just like building printers, right? So it started off as pretty much people working on building them directly and like a small group of people. So it started pretty much on Slack because it's a chat room, right? It's quicker to develop stuff and get immediate help from a small group of people when you're building the printer in a chat room versus a forum. Forums are slow. Now, what ends up happening is somehow that printer becomes immensely popular. Well, starts getting popular, and you switch to Discord because you're at the point where Slack is deleting the entire chat history of the server every like 2 to 3 days. Okay, so we moved to Discord, but then now all of a sudden there's like 20-something thousand people. And it just kind of grew to that point. It was never meant to be that big. Like, it was never, you know, oh we got to future-proof this for when we have 20,000 people here. It was, oh, hey, we have a dozen people. Oh, hey, we have 100 people. Oh, hey, we have 1,000 people. Oh shit, we got 20,000 people now. And the community just kind of grew up as it grew up. But the team is all on Discord, because that's what we're all used to. The quick interactions, the quick responses, the, you know, that's what we use. That's what we're used to. So for those asking, oh, you need to switch to forums. You have to use forums. Like, nobody on the team would use the forum at all. It would just be people coming in who want to use the forum, because everyone who, we're using Discord for a reason. The quick responses, the quick interaction. So if you know, oh, you all have to go to a forum. Nobody on the team would use the forum. So the forum would be a completely separate group of people, and you would never interact with the team because the team wouldn't use the forum. So you wouldn't solve anything. Frederick, 200 Swedish kroner. Hello from Sweden. Appreciate it. Hello from Canada. It's still better than the Facebook. The War on Facebook group is unofficial. Remember that. Okay, so take care not to over tighten. Okay. Take care not to over tighten. Okay. Prepare the Y idler. So I need the front piece now. Is it this piece? Yep, that's it. Okay. So we need that. M612 printed cap screws, M330 T-nuts. These are all M5, so they're in the bag. Oops, we forgot to ship stuff. Bag. Okay, so we have that. We have that. One M550. The Revos are shipping to distributors and we'll probably start shipping soon. M830. Two micro precision shims. What the heck are micro precision shims? Oh, those are in that little bag. Where's that little bag with the micro precision shims? And like all the standoffs in it, I think. Where'd that bag go? Not that bag. Not that bag. Not that bag. Nope. 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 There we go. Micro shims, aka washers. Well, no, they are a thing. They are a thing. They're very thin. They're like a specific type of washer. Anything. Okay. Oh, David's here. Everyone say hi, David. You know what? I'm gonna make you a mod, David, so I can see you, because I always miss when you show up. There you go. Add moderator. Congratulations. David, you are now a moderator. Just so you stand out more, so I can say hi. Instead of somebody else saying hi first. So everyone say hi, David. Okay, so we got that, and then one M5 nylon hex nut. And then, what is it? So 1 M38, 2 M830s. Oh, I need 2 M830s. Two M830s. Need a special David in the chat alert. I don't know if I could set that up. I like it when you I like it when you don't notice me. It makes me feel like my parents did while growing up. Sorry. Okay. Next part. Assemble the Y idler. Okay, so we put our printed part in the hole. And I'm probably gonna have to pull that all the way through somehow. There we go, I think that's at the bottom. Is that at the bottom? Yeah, maybe. Meme zoom ads. I know. I love the 4K and being able to do that now. But I don't have a button for it yet. Gotta figure that out. It takes too long to set up. It's not as funny. Okay. So we put that hex in, and then we put our M5 cap screw, and then it's install one precision micro shim on the M550, install a tooth tyler, insert an M5 cap. So there's only one micro shim? Oh, I see, you gotta do both. Okay. Okay, so I gotta put 2 shims in here. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna go shimmingly. Wait. Oh, I've got pliers now. Boo. You're just jelly. Of my comedic chops. Now I gotta figure out how to get another one in there. Oh god, this is gonna suck. That isn't even gonna fit. Oh my god, come on, get in your hole. Okay, so no, don't go flying. Oh god. You go over there. Shim shimmingly shim shim. Yeah, this is quite fun. Why didn't you guys just use printed shims? Like make it part of the design to just have the shim be printed into the design. There we go. Okay, I think we got it. There we go. There we go. Spins freely. We're good. Okay. Use a bit of grease to stick the shim to the idler. Yeah, that's also another trick. If I couldn't get it to work, I was just going to do that. Because we like seeing people struggle. Oof. Okay, so we got the shim on each side. Now we got the M612s. Steven Dowdy, $5. Thank you, appreciate it. How do I cancel my membership after that joke? The trick is, whatever your current membership is, it's like a double negative. You have to do it again, and they cancel each other out, right? So, since you just donated $5 New Zealand, if you do it again, they cancel each other out, right? That's how it works, I believe. I notice you have a stealth burner on your switch wire. Does that mean the filament sensor mod is out for the stealth burner or custom mod? The sensor is for the extruder, okay? So since I'm using an LGX, it's compatible. The stealth burner is just the fan shroud in the front and the tool holder. The sensor for the filament detection is part of the extruder assembly, which I'm running just an LGX, which is supported. So what you would be asking is the Clockwork 2 supported, which at this time I don't believe it is. But if you're not using the Clockwork 2, you're using an Afterburner, or correction, a Clockwork 1, a Galileo, the LGX, then you are good, because those are supported. So for the IRCFA, yeah, on the IRCFA, I got an LGX back there as the extruder. If I would choose for a new build, would I go Clockwork 1 or Galileo? I'd go Clockwork 2 or LGX. Galileo's good. I had a Galileo and then I took it out for a bit. I broke the wire on the extruder motor. So I just swapped back in the old Afterburner and then I just haven't swapped it. It's to accommodate poorly calibrated printers printing parts. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, we have printed shims in certain locations on the Voron, but usually they're in spots where it's okay if the bearing floats a bit. So put those on, and then it slides on to the front. Okie dokie. So dang it. KB3D, $20, appreciate it. My 3-year-old son digs his Shell's Blue Dragon. Which one? I think I got a few dragons on the shelf. That's cool. I hate sliding these in. Come on. Get in your home. Get in your home. Oh, no. Ah, dang it. You know what? Do it the easy way. Just slide them in after. Quit spinning on me. Steven, New Zealand, $5. Didn't work. I don't know what to do, man. Yeah, I'm going to insert the nuts first. Loving my LGX and my V2 fix my under extrusion issues. That's the thing. The Clockwork, the Galileo, Clockwork 2, the gears are good. They're Bondtech gears, but the problem is they're printed parts. So if you print them on a printer that's good, you shouldn't have any issues. That one does not want to come out. But if you print them on a printer that's, you know, not good or not, you know, properly calibrated, you might run into issues like under extrusion, for example, or the parts like the gears aren't lining up properly or whatever. That's the downside to using something that's printed. These aren't T-nuts. These are like pre-installed nuts, the kind that don't rotate. Hey, weird question. Some kits come with things behind the linear rails to mount. Oh, yeah. That's on the, a lot of the premium V0 kits have those. That too much. Hey Google, camera one, I don't have the thing set up for the cameras yet. Yep. Go. So that is that now. So now we got the front and the rear, which means that should not fly off. Ooh, I don't like how the ball bearings are visible. Should come up with more of a lip to keep that from flying off. Although, technically it's firmware limited. They shouldn't fly off. Okay, so that is on, that is on. Done that, that's in. Y-axis, what time are, oh, we're at 11. We're gonna call it there for the build for tonight. It's at 11 already. So there we go. So next is the Y-axis, I guess. Which is this guy. And then it goes on like that. So, another thing with this build, we are not using end stops. To simplify, my goal is to try and make this because, you know, I'm trying to put everything on the printer. I'm hoping the SKR is going to go somewhere in this little area, and then the power supply is going to be on this side somewhere. But to simplify things, I'm just going to use sensorless homing for the X and the Y, and then for the Z is going to be the probe, obviously. So that's going to eliminate running 4 wires, having to wire up end stops. We're just going to go sensorless. So I'll just print a block in the back here, just to have it ping off of, and that'll be it for the homing. So yeah, we're just gonna go sensorless. What's the build size? It's 180 cubed, 180 millimeters cubed. Spontaneous 24 hours screen. No! Yeah, you can have sensorless homing. TMC support it. TMC drivers support sensorless homing. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. On some machines, for the longest time on Core XY, it would be buggy and you get false positives and all the time. Apparently it's gotten a lot better and now it's pretty good. But still, none of my machines run sensorless. So it's gonna be the first machine I play with that'll do sensorless homing. Good night. I'm not ending the stream now, I'm just ending the build. We're gonna chat for a little bit. So, so far, build's been pretty good. Only issue I've run into is just printed parts that are printed in ABS, which I'm assuming they're not designed with ABS in mind. So a little bit of fitment issues that nothing a little mechanical force or a drill couldn't resolve. The stuff that I've used from the kit so far has been good. Bags of screws, there's a few bags where there's like 5 different sizes of screws in the same bag. Would have liked to see individual bags, but that's a nitpick. Like, I can't be all glowing about it, so I gotta pick something to complain about. But other than that, like, that's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I nicked myself on an extrusion. So, yeah, so far the build's been relatively simple. We've got the Y-axis installed, we got the base of the Z, we got the frame together, which, let's be honest, it's 3 parts, but still, not too shabby. Hammerheads. I hate hammerheads, but it is what it is. David Randolph, $9.99. Appreciate it, man. Just made a sale in the chat, so I feel obligated to send a super chat. Okay. Everyone, right now, go buy something from Printed Solid. Go buy some filament. Jesse Filament. It's really good stuff. The knight up there. Come out here. There you go. Oop, knock over the only benchies. This is focus. There we go. This is some blood glitter Jesse Filament PLA from Printed Solid. Go buy this right now. It's good stuff. Put that right there. Actually, Jesse PLA is actually good PLA. Did you order the plush banana from LT? I forgot. I forgot to order the plush banana. Dang it. I did order the water bottle though. So, yeah, that's where we're gonna leave off for the build for today. Hopefully while I'm putting stuff away, I find my Allen key that I misplaced, because I need that. It's my M2.5, which I use for M3s, which we use a lot. Had one thing to do. Oh, I got the flannel and the stealth hoodie and a few shirts. So, yeah, hopefully that shows up. So, anyways, Tuesday stream. So here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. On the Tuesday stream, we're not continuing with this, okay? On Tuesday, we're gonna be doing something different. So right now, for those that don't know, the plan is I stream Saturday nights, which that's what you're watching right now. Tuesdays, early afternoon, although this week it'll probably be around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. And then occasional Friday streams if there's a one-off thing, or if there's just, you know, I want to finish a build, will be Fridays, okay? And then a video a week, and then some shorts every now and then. So that's the current build plan, okay? I was going to power through this build. So the original intent was to build all of this, then build all the Micron, and then build all the V2. However, I really want to build the V2. So, we're going to flip-flop. So going forward, Tuesdays will be V Tuesdays. So every Tuesday, we're going to work on the LDO V2. So these are all the printed parts. Let me go get the extrusions, just so you guys can see. Actually, why get the extrusions when I can get the frame? Ugh. So if you watched my video from last week on how to square your frame up, instead of, using a built printer, I use the frame from the LDO kit. So we have ourselves a spaceship gray frame. And then the printed parts, this is cloud gray, sparkle ABS from Sparta 3D, and then cherry red sparkle ABS from Sparta 3D. So this is what I've been printing all week. So Tuesdays are going to be V Tuesdays, and we're going to be building a V2. So how it will work, V-Minion now will be Saturday and maybe Fridays, we'll see. And then Tuesdays will be V2. So whatever one finishes first, and let's be honest, it'll be the Minion, then the Micron will take over, and then when the other one finishes, then we'll just finish the other one through. So, have I played with CAN bus? I have not yet. It's on my list of things I want to play with, but one day we'll get to it type thing. So, that will be Tuesday. So Tuesday we'll unbox the LDO kit, we'll go through it. I've already built the frame, so I kind of cheated a little bit, but we'll continue on with that. So that's going to be the plan, is V Tuesdays, until that build's done. Put that in the box. Put that in the box, put all that in the box. That goes there. So yeah, so that will be the plan for the next little while. The E3D charity stream, where we're going to give away the V2, elector.com V2, whenever they get that set up, will be. So whenever that charity is set up, then I'll go through and try to get everything arranged for that. Thoughts on... what are your thoughts on... RatRig's use of hard-to-obtain idlers rather than off the... What do you mean idlers? Those are off-the-shelf idlers. Those are standard off-the-shelf idlers, which, honestly, if you don't want to, just use stacked F625 bearings, or F626... 625? Or what are they? Yeah, F625 flange bearings. Yeah, just use, or 623s. Are the 623s or 625s? I can't remember. F695. 695. If you use stacked F695 bearings, you can use those as idlers instead of those toothed ones, which you don't need. If you have enough teeth in contact with the idler, you don't really need the teeth because they even out. You really only see teeth marks in your print with smooth idlers if your belts are too tight. For example, I run smooth idlers on all my borons. I don't have any tooth idlers in any of them, except for the Trident, because that's what the kit came with, and I'm judging the kit. Remove. What's the size of V2? It is a 200. Or correction, 200. It's a 300. So let's see here. Friendly reminder, shut off the overhead cam. I don't need to worry about that. It's got a battery in it. It'll just die. So this is the frame for a 300 V2, which again, it won't be sitting on the ground. It'll be up a bit on feet. But just to compare, V2 26 here is a 250. So, take a chunk out of my ceiling. And then the Trident is a 350. So, just so you kind of get a size comparison. It's 50 millimeters bigger than a 250. Who would have thunk it? And 50 millimeters less than a 300. Don't forget to like that, smash. Oh, why am I reading the stream elements thing? like all the boron vendors. Yeah, there's nowhere. No, there was the one vendor we kicked off Discord because he was basically not fulfilling orders. So, is there a cheaper alternative to a Trident Voron bed? So all Voron beds are basically slabs of aluminum with a heater stuck to it. Now, if you're looking for something off the shelf, for a 300 bed, like technically, like if you're okay with modding it, you can use something like a Creality bed or anything that's 300. But they're kind of meant for big, thick aluminum beds that are rigid and don't flex, and yeah. Who were they? I don't think they're not in business anymore. You don't need to worry about it. They were in Europe. I can't remember the name of the store. But long story short, they I think they just ended up getting swamped and then just stopped fulfilling orders, but still took in money or something like that. See, so what the annoying thing is with reading chat is I see somebody reply to somebody, and then I don't know what they're referencing, so I have to like scroll up. VR parts, yeah, it was VR parts, I think, wasn't it? So it's like, wait, you're referencing that? Okay, where's that guy? Oh, whatever. We're pretty open with the channels, with vendor channels. Although I think there's a pause on new ones right now because there's just so many, we don't know how we're going to handle it. We need to like figure out what we're doing there. But basically, as long as you're cool and you sell cool stuff, you're fine. But just don't screw over the community, or you get the boot and the name and shame. So yeah, I'm really happy with how these cameras worked out. 60 FPS, guys. Unfortunately, the main cam can't do 60. And actually, we lost a little bit of view because I'm running 4K 30. It's actually cropped in 1.2 times. So we actually lost a little bit of view because it's cropped in a bit. I could pivot it over a bit, but then you see the mess of stuff on my shelf. So you're not really getting anything if I zoom you over, because that's like the edge of the work area there anyways. And then I actually have it set up to only focus on this area because that's where I stand. So I don't have to stand in the middle. So any chance that you can get Sparta to do quantum thing with their ABS? I don't know. They don't manufacture it. They get it from somebody's manufacturing it for them, and I don't know the whole spiel with that. It's like streaming Discord. I technically have a Discord for this channel that I snagged so that nobody else would snag it. I don't know. Maybe should I make that public, guys? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll figure it out next week or something. Anyone who sells LDO is good stuff. Yeah, pretty much. Is the next build gonna be? We're gonna do both. We're doing both. So on Tuesdays we'll work on the V2, and then on Saturdays we'll work on the V-Minion, and then Fridays, when there is Friday streams, whatever one I feel like for members. Maybe we'll talk about it in the next member stream, maybe. Because the thing is, like, a lot of person-specific channels on Discords don't usually do well. Like, if you've been on Joel's Reddit or Joel's Discord, it's not the most active for a community that size. 4K, make him sweep the floor. Well, you're only watching in 1440p. But yeah, like, this is the issue I had with the, here, I'll show you. So this is the issue I had with the bed from the, that came with the Trident kit, is you could see the bottom layer peeled off. So on the skirts, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be facing inward, so you're not gonna see. But that's what happened. Chunks would just stick to the bed. And the first layer is dialed in, so. Yeah, maybe we'll do a Discord for members. We'll see. We'll see. I got to figure out how to set that up then, because there's like a whole thing you got to set up. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. It's 11:08. We got pretty good on the V-Minion. It's coming along. Yeah, I think this right here weighs more than an entire V0, and we don't even have a bed on it yet. That is a chonky. That is like a. I'm not gonna say it, but that's like a very squat printer. It's very thick for its size. I watch in 1080p. Here's the good thing with YouTube. So with YouTube, it takes whatever you upload at and then it compresses it, okay? Because it does the whole crunch on it. But when you upload, the higher resolution you upload and the higher quality, the less it crunches it. So if you watch a video that was uploaded to YouTube at 1080p, it won't look as good as a video that was uploaded to YouTube at 4K when you're still watching it at 1080p. So if you watch the video that was uploaded at 4K at 1080p, it will look better than a 1080p video that was uploaded to YouTube at 1080p. So that's why I upload all my videos to YouTube now. Even stuff that I record in 1080p, like the frame squaring video. I used my A5100 for that. That was 1080p. The only camera that was 4K was the one I had over here looking down. But I still rendered that out at 4K because YouTube crushed it less. Like even my monitor is only 1080p. So I know that because we run a YouTube channel. Oh, okay. Which channel? Go ahead, post it. I don't care. Or actually, I don't think you can. But if you tell me, I can post it. I don't care. Print the accent parts you wanted to swap them out later. I could do that. I was thinking just print this. Here, I'll show you. Let's load up Fusion and crash the stream. Because every time I load the stream, or load Fusion during stream, it crashes. So let's see. It's the internet. I could say chode. Fine. There, I said it. Try to keep it PG. I watch at 144p so I could pretend Nero's a Sasquatch. Yep. Prepare for it. It's funny, I watched the stream technically at 360p because that's what the preview is. Close. Close. Tool library. I don't care about the tool library. I'm not doing machine pass. Open the V-Minion. Come on, don't crash. So every time it's crashed though, I switched. I was trying to stream in with H.264 encoding. And then it would crash, and every now and then it would stutter. So I stopped doing that. I went back to using what I used for the longest time, which is NVENC. Now, I'm not using the fancy RTX NVENC, but I have a 1060 in this computer, and I'm using that. So I think, oh, there's the stutter. Are we good? 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 I think we're okay. Well, here's the thing. According to OBS, I got 0 drop frames. According to OBS, I got 0 drop frames. And like excellent connection. So it's, I don't know. But anyways, here's what the current colors look like. So basically, I just printed a bunch of the EVA stuff in blue. Actually, I think this is yellow. I think this is yellow. Wrong shade of yellow, but it's yellow. There we go. Yeah, I think it's like this. It's either like that or like that. I think it's like that. So this is what the current color scheme is. Because honestly, there's not a lot of printed parts on here. You can print this whole thing in on one plate on a 350 or even a 300. I think can print everything except for the EVA stuff. What's up, people? RatRig in the house. Fantasy, you like we're done. The stream's over now. Pretty much ending it. OBS shows tells you when you drop frame coming. The thing is though, like I'm looking at it, it says drop frame 0%. Live 3 hours 13 minutes. CPU usage 7%. That's one of the reasons I like NVENC. And then uploading at 18,195 kilobytes a second. And according to Task Manager, my video card is loaded 30%. And yeah. So Why RatRig over Switchwire? Why not both? They're different printers. Statistics. Where's that at? Yeah, I opened the Control Alt deleted to bring up the task manager. Advanced. No, I think we're gonna end the stream there though. It's getting a bit late here. So many people asking printer versus printer. Like, I love when somebody, like, okay. Joel's streams are comfy, right? 3D printing nerd streams. Just watch his streams when he unboxes stuff. It's just fun to hang out. But I love when he's unboxing a brand new printer for the first time. He doesn't even have the gantry on it yet. And then somebody in chat, how does this compare to the Ender 3? Should I buy this or the Ender 3? It's not even built yet. The guy hasn't even removed everything from the box yet. There's still styrofoam on it. I currently have an Ender 5. Should I sell it and buy this right now? It's like... He has infinite... He does. Joel's a good dude. I need to get him on a stream at some point. So yeah. So imagine that every like 20 minutes. That's where the whole Ender drinking game, or the RatRig drinking came from. Because every time I was working on a... Because it was around when... who is the guy who does the tutorial videos all the time? Teaching Tech. It was right around when Teaching Tech did his RatRig build series. I was building a V2, or I was building a... I can't remember. I was building something Voron. I normally build Voron stuff. But he was... I got inundated with questions. How does this compare to the RatRig? How does this compare? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have a RatRig. I don't know. They're extrusion, aluminum extrusions. They use NEMA 17s. They use Core XY motion, and they're both modern designs. They're probably all good. Let's be honest. You're going to use it to print whatever the flavor of the month print on Reddit is anyways. How does the Space Gray LDO V2 frame compare to the new Turbo Encabulator? You know what? The fluid dynamics with the Turbo Encabulator, I would say, are at a premium versus the mesh matrix of the Space Gray frame, because it has to do with the harmonics of the combustion module. So I would definitely give the edge to the Turbo Encabulator, unless you're running it in a paradynamic environment. Then I would go with the Space Gray frame. So there's your answer. So yeah, so with that, I think we're gonna end the stream right there. I hope you enjoy the rest of, or what's today? Today's Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. For those that donated during the stream or became members during the stream, you're awesome. Because of you, you help support the things I do and the content I create. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. And even those who just watched the stream and hung out, you're awesome. Everyone's awesome. So again, I will see you Tuesday, later in the afternoon, probably 4 o'clock. Follow me on Twitter at 3DPNeuro. That's where I post all my updates and everything. So if you want to know what's going on with future streams or whatnot, I'll post there before the stream goes live. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not. Ring the bell, like the smash button on the way out. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Cheers.